Hello, today we're going to do Module 5, Lesson 24. Our objective is that we're going to express whole numbers as fractions and recognize equivalents with different units. That just means that we're going to identify what the fraction is to make it be a whole, which we're good at, and we're going to see what other units we can make to be equal or equivalent to on the number line. So let's do our application problem. The zipper on Robert's jacket is 1 foot long. It breaks on the first day of winter. Well, that's a bummer. He can only zip it 8/12 of the way before it gets stuck. I don't know about you, but that sounds really funny to me that they actually know that it's 8/12. Draw and label a number line to show how far Robert can zip his jacket. Okay, I gotta just underline that because that's just funny. Okay, here we go. Now, it's 1 foot long. So here's the beginning of the zipper. Here's the end of the zipper. This is 1 foot long. Now it says that I need to label 8/12, which means I need to cut this into 12ths. So I know that 12ths are really 6 cut in half, and 6 are really thirds cut in half. So let's cut thirds. Now let's cut 6. So we're going to cut our thirds in half. Now let's cut our 6ths in half, and we should have some pretty equal 12ths. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Now we need to label 8/12. So this would be 0/8, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8, not 8/8, 12ths, 8/12. Okay, we did this. This is how far he can go. So let's make this be his zipper. Kind of looks like a zipper. This is as far as the zipper goes, and it gets stuck. Okay. Now it says, divide and label the number line in thirds. What fraction of the way can he zip his jacket in thirds? So this is when we get another color. Now, we already did some thirds. We cut them in half to make 6. So let's see if we can find them. So this would be a third. This is a third. This would be a third. This, of course, is a third. So this would be 0/3. So what would this one be? This is 1/3. This would be 2/3 because this one would be 3/3. Okay, so what fraction of the way can he zip up his jacket in thirds? Well, 2/3, right? Okay, so what fraction of Robert's jacket is not zipped? Write your answer in 12ths and in thirds. So I think the easiest way to do that is with a number bond. So we have 1. Now this is our thirds. This one is the part that he can zip it. So what would the part be for him to, what would this part be? He still needs to zip it. Well, in order to make 1, I really need to have 3/3. I have 2/3. So how many more thirds do I need? I need 1 more third. Okay, now it wants the number bond for the 12ths. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. This is the part right here that we know, 8/12. This is the part that he needs to go. So let's count how we can either count right here on the number line, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, or we can do 12 take away 8. 3 variable is still 12, of course, and that would be 4. So 4/12. 1, 2, 3, 4/12. So this is the part that he cannot zip. This is the part he cannot zip. Right? Now, so far, so good. Now this gets to be the fun part. Okay. I have some fraction strips. These are our fraction strips. This one I'm going to cut into halves. Well, actually, I'm going to leave this as 1 whole. So this is 1 whole. 1 whole fraction strip. This one I'm going to cut into halves, right there. This one I'm going to cut into fourths. So I'll cut my half in half. This one I'm cutting into thirds. This one I'm cutting into sixths. So cut my thirds in half. I have 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one I'm going to cut into eighths. So cut my half in half. Gives me fourths. Cut my fourths in half. I have eighths. Okay. Now, looking at this, we're going to make a number bond over here. Okay. Now, just by judging and looking at our picture, let's look at the 1/2 and the one whole. If I have 1 whole here, how many halves do I need? Well, I need 2. So this would be 1/2 and 1/2, right? Okay, so let's take something else apart. Let's take this apart. Let's say I put 1/2 here. Now, if I'm looking at 1/4, how many do I need to make 1/2? Well, here's 1/2. So how many would I need? I would need 2. So I would need 1/4 plus 1/4. So 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 1/2. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Let's try something else. Instead of 1/4, let's put 1/8. No, let's put 1/4 here, and let's look at the eighths. How many eighths do I need to make 1/4? Well, let's erase this part. How much do I need? I need it to make this shape right here. So how much of this would I need if I'm looking over here at the eighths? Well, I would need 2 of them, right? So 1/4 is really 1/8 plus 1/8. Well, that's kind of interesting. Let's look at the thirds. Okay. Now let's look at 1/3. Right here, 1/3. Now I need to erase this other stuff or we're going to get confused. Okay. So how many 6 are in 1/3? Let's look over here. Well, there's 2. So we would need 1/6 plus 1/6, right? Now let's make it challenging. This is just too easy. Okay, now let's say 2/3. How many 6 would I need to make 2/3? Well, how many would I need over here? That would be right to about here if I put the fraction strips on top of each other. So how many would I need? Well, I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So I could cut up as 2/6 plus 2/6, right? Or I could cut up as 1/6 plus 3/6, as long as I have 4/6. So 4/6 is the same as 2/3. Ooh, pretty interesting. Okay, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for other fractions that are equal. So we can, if we add 2 together, can we use another fraction to find out how many of those parts we have? Okay, good luck. See you tomorrow.